Hello, Feeling Me a Cat here. Welcome to another episode of Let's Pray. I was a teenage exocolonist. I want to do, before we go outside the walls again, I want to do one more thing. Actually, persuasion is still pretty useful. Let's go for that. Imagination, bad enough. Well, okay. You hear a scuttering in metallic legs. What the heck? A strange knee-high robot bursts into engineering lab, going through two to its six spidery legs. It slams into a wall hard enough to knock itself down. It seems to be having trouble getting back up, and is flailing its metal legs around dangerously. Yeah. Ouch! It accidentally slashes you with a leg while scrambling to find purchase. The stupid robot. Ho-ho! Professor Howe laughs sheepishly, jogging towards you. This little boy got away from me again. His always bursting out of the robotics lab. Whoa! Robotics lab? Hey, they put me in charge of the robotics lab on the new ship, he explained. Between you and me, I think they'll probably ask the instance first, but she was too busy. I'm not sure what this one is yet, he continues and snatches his bot up with sure hands. His legs throw up, they have a taste for blood. If you got good enough at tinkling and want a job, come and have a chat with me. Oh, so it comes by suit. Well, I don't need to do that right now. You know what, let's have it like that. Good. My persuasion's still not that great, but it could be worse. I have met. Well, if someone else wants to talk to us, there will be an option to do that. I mean, it will show up. You know, have like a speech bubble above their heads. In fact, not just like one, but actually one. Where is the exit to get out of this? Okay, but I will talk to her. Naomi is openly gawky at the rain pouring down. Hey, wow! They exclaim. I am not over that water, it just falls from the sky here. What's next? Every day it's like a whole new planet. Have you guys had weather this whole time? It's so cool. They giggle and kick their feet, send out big splashes of water. Yeah, you can buy things with kudos and give them to people if you want. Yeah, quite a few things still remain here. Let's do this. Gonna try to take a different route from last time. At least I'll know when it's a new thing. So, very winding area, this. See, I know it's when it's a new thing. About a third is blocked by a field of snaky rising brambles. They're flowing, enormous happy but yeah, we've already done this one. Oh well. Oh, right, yes, that was a mistake. How late here is your mistake as the radiation illness sets in. Yeah, you'll be sick for days after this. We need radiation treatment when you return. Alright, well that was stupid of me. But never mind. This is probably just bringing me back to the entrance again. Yep. Sorry about this. Hello again. For once, he sees him before he sees you. Oh, we're getting on well here. He's crouched just off the path. I don't know, it could be Quent's there, staring at a flower, his face blank. He doesn't react as he approaches. He watches him for a while. He's so perfectly motionless, you'd think he was a plant too. His eyes are unfocused. Is he accessing some kind of mental interface? Eventually, you clear your throat. Sim carefree stands up and turns to face you. For a moment, you're not sure if he recognizes you, then he tosses his head and a grin leaps to his face. Solana, you caught me check in with the boss. Your boss is that flower? Sim smiles. No, of course not. That flower is my great aunt. You look at the flower. It's part of a dense vine that fills much of this end of the valley. You're not sure whether he's joking this time. My boss. As I told you, they aren't fond of chains, you guys. Also very much like your boss, what's it called, Utopia? He tilts his head to one side. Her name word is fitting, isn't it? He lays one finger against his chin. I appreciate that she always reminds you not to get yourself killed. I wish you'd listen to her. She gave me a job to do. And I have a job. So, Price. This is to protect this place. He asked. Protecting you seems to be my hobby. If the boss finds out I'm talking to you, then I'd be in trouble, so shh. He murmurs and puts his fingers to his lips. And why keep talking to me? Sim smiles warmly. Because you're the girl of my dreams, literally, he replies. I can't seem to stay away from you, and because you humans are different, he continues. I'm so bored of everyone on staff. The other guardians, my boss, they have everything on the tumbler just the way they like it and don't want the tedious thing to change. Besides, it's boring. See that tree? Sim points to a large tree with many long limbs dripping from it and embedded in the ground. I'm gonna have my coffee. That tree was a small crease of part of its life cycle. You call it the Ricky. Once it plants its roots, that's where it stays for the rest of its life. The gardeners spend time as trees too, sometimes hundreds of years. If you do that enough, you start to think like a tree, set in your ways. Spreads his hands and notices a expression on his face. When I watch you, when I talk to you and learn about the species, I feel inspired. I feel a lot young again. Hold on, you can shapeshift? Don't you think my looking human is a bit of a coincidence? He replies, and motions to a body with a sensual flick of the wrist. This is a rather handsome body though, don't you think? I happen to think I did quite well. I see, if you say so, sounds kind of insulting, but I also don't particularly want to flirt with Sim. This is where I'm going to go for that, if you say so. There are so many more questions for this man, or gardener, whatever he is, but as soon as you open your mouth to ask another, Sim cocks his head of the first thing, holds up a hand. I'm sorry, he says, looking through the world like he's listening to the dang fire, but I must be away. And with that, he's gone, off to protect the wild or rescue damsels or whatever. Or maybe it's just avoiding your questions. Yes, okay. He does also seem to be standing there in quite a standing there manner. Nonetheless, let us do this. You're trudging along when suddenly you're buffeted by a hot wind. Okay. Injured. Okay. No, like a very hot wind. Lethally hot. The ridges are already baking, but all of a sudden it feels like you're trapped in a nuclear reactor. Your skin dries out and your lips begin to crack. Your eyeballs feel like sandpaper. You take careful readings from a distance, triangulate them and discover the source of the wind. A red sports ball-sized crystal emanator, hidden in a small crevice. When you smash it, it doesn't shatter like crystal. It almost seems as if it could have been organic. Was it some kind of defensive barrier? Yet another weird mystery of these ridges. I want to see what we have here. Okay. Well, this. You're scaling a huge rock plateau and you're suddenly overcome with an incredible feeling of peace. You never felt like this. You literally feel lighter, like all of your troubles have been lifted away. The feeling is stronger when you touch the rocky surface and you realise it's radiating from the rock. And Dees is here. Dees is sunning himself on top of the rock, stripped down to his shirt. He looks up as the shadow falls over him. Oh, he says slowly, you found it too, huh? Oh, this must be the place Dees told you about, his favourite place on the planet, the rock that makes him feel happy. You know how he feels now. He shields his eyes from the sun as he looks up at you. I haven't told anyone about this place, he says. Well, except you. How is our friendship with Dees? It's pretty good, could be get better. That's how they get you, you know, he says. Once they know you lost something, they can use it to control you. Who's they? These gestures lazily. You know, people, the world, life, he says. I like this place because it feels like it's somewhere I'm not just a cog in the machine, you know? You're going to keep it a secret though, right? Dees asks. I don't want this place dug up and studied, it will ruin it, he scowls. People always ruin things, especially researchers. Some things you don't need to understand. Okay, that's our secret. You do take a few readings though, just because. All data is important. You mark down location but fuzz the coordinates so anyone that they find out afterwards will get lost. You wonder if the rock is natural. Animals seem to really like it as you're taking readings. You watch a swarm of daubs moths basking on the rock as well, just like Dees. Then you lie down on the rock beside Dees, letting the strange magic fill you with an incredible sense of peace, love and unity with the universe. Okay. I'm going to go back up here, I think. And that's Dees again. Obviously moved. Yo, Dees. Dees is an entirely different person when he's outside the corner walls. Without people constantly trying to correct his asocial behaviour, it's like his boss being someone who's actually confident. The more time we spend with him out here, the more glimpses catch of the real Dees. But you can't do this, he says, jumping off a huge boulder and doing a cool wall at the end. Wait, no, but you can't do it with your eyes closed. I can. You and Dees cavorte around, daring each other to do more and more dangerous things. Dees isn't scared of anything. You think you see something up on one of the plateaus above you. The cliff side is covered in convenient vines. Dare Dees climb up there? Okay. Dees scrambles up the cliff, no problem. Turns around at the top. Now your turn. Well, you dared him, so you gotta fall through. The vines are slippery and dangerous, and some of them are even alive and wiggle when you grab them. You lose your grip right at the top and you slip and start to fall. But Dees grabs you. Got you, Dees exclaims, pulling you over the ledge. Your heart is thumping and you're really sweating from fear, but you did it. Dees looks so calm and collected, even though he just climbed the same dangerous wall and had to save you from a long fall. Why doesn't he ever seem scared? The plateau is empty but provides a great view to look out over westling ridges. You and Dees take a break and watch shadows creep across the dusty, craggy landscape. This is life, Dees says. No school, no gossip, no bullies, no one telling what to do or what to think. He pops his elbows up on his knees and squints into the suns. Even with my augmentation in the corner, I almost feel like such a coward, but maybe the problem isn't me, it's everyone else, you know? I'm not scared of any of the usual stuff, monsters getting hurt, even dying, like who cares, he continues. But humans keep finding ways to control people with fear. Well, they can't control me. I'll never call you a coward again. You might not be alive right now, but if it weren't for his... You might not be alive right now if it weren't for his fearlessness and fast thinking. It wasn't that long of a fall, he says, but you can hear us a little, please, you understand too. Alright, good. And we have alien technology. I think we can go down here and have one more thingy bob. A beautiful little locust lands on your arm. It calmly washes its face with its forearms and vibrates its wings like it's cooling off. Oh, the poor little guy's all alone. You look it up on your hollow palm. It's a mask wing, named because when it's frightened it opens its wings all the way and flaps them forward, make it look like a grimacing manticore. Scary. Even scary is how much they can eat. They usually eat leafy plant matter, but they're not above eating fabric, wood, hair, or even skin. They swarm in dust and hot places like the ridges. Yeah, you might want to get it off your arm. You see something out of the corner of your eye and look up from your new friend. Oh, In the distance you see a haze above the ground. It's the locusts. Each one bigger than a fist. These insectoids can eat their weight in under an hour. There are millions of them out there, and they'll be here soon. Your buddy takes off to join his friends, and you gotta go. You make it to a glider in time, thankfully. You can come back to this place later in the week. What foliage there had been is now stripped bare. The only things still standing are the crystals glinting in the sun. Okay. No, we were going down that way. Can't be too many events left here. Okay, one more event. Investigate a weird squeaking noise, eventually following it to its source. An undulating swarm of sleek creatures are gathered on the cliff above you. You watch as they throw their tiny bodies off the earth, plumping past you without a sight. They scream and squeak in excitement. Okay, weird. You pick your way down the slope, finding a second herd of miraculously unharmed weasels at the bottom. As you watch them, one lands on your head and, squeaking indignantly, goes to join the rest of its kind. Ouch! You hear the flapping of wings and look up. A whole colony of pink and orange daub's moths cling to the rock overhead, nearly camouflaged. As the squealing of the weasels above reaches a fever pitch, the daub's moth will restlessly take off from the cliff and flutter around. You watch as one of the little creatures pitches off the edge of the cliff and lands square on the daub's moth's back, sending them both plummeting to the bottom. As the large moth crashes fatally into the ground, the weasel curls its body and pounces harmlessly away, then scurries back to feed on its prey. Oh, bounce weasels. You record the squeaks on your holopad. What a noise. Yes. I'm too injured from radiation sickness. Makes sense. Well, yeah, I know this. No, those are good. Glow. Yeah. The next, this glow thing is probably going to take quite a while. I'm actually thinking that maybe it would be better, since it's going to launch into the attack as soon as this month is done. It's better if I just end the episode there, even if it's a bit shorter than normal. I will see you next time.